On today's episode of Nostalgia Test Now, we put the new Super Mario Brothers movie to the ultimate test. It's me, Mario. Where's my butt?
Whee! Let's go!
Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
What are you talking about? Where's my butt? You brought that up. I wanted to wait further in the episode. All right, we're going to get right into it. The butt thing. Why is this a thing?
Well,
why is this a thing?
First of all, everyone, welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, and I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho, there in New York.
It's me, Manny!
And this is an episode of the Nostalgia Test. This is Nostalgia Test Now, where we put to the ultimate test something current that just came out, and this movie, Super Mario Brothers, just came out. A few weeks ago, I guess.
Nostalgia Now, which means, will this be? How it passes the test is whether or not we think in 10, 20 years, this movie will still be relevant. Will it pass the Nostalgia Now test? Let's see.
Yeah.
Dan.
So, Manny, so you want to know the thing about the butt.
Why is this an article?
So, first of all, I'm
getting
show you...
sick of people going over and over and picking. It's animation. Stop.
First of all, here we go. Ready? You see this picture? This is a picture from the game where his butt's on his back, I guess. But this is a picture from the movie where he's got no butt.
Okay.
And it's just a leg and then a leg. Okay. This is a huge controversy.
I guarantee you it's because the people have probably said stuff about it in the game because it looks like just like an apple is growing through his back as well.
Yeah.
And it's not proportion at all. And like now the fact that we're going on over 2 minutes of it is annoying me. It's annoying me. I'm sorry. Even though we pick on stupid things, this one thing that you brought up, I was like, why are we looking at their butts?
So Newsweek wrote an article, and in the article they wrote it like a year ago, but because this is like a huge thing coming, like this movie. Where is Mario's butt? After fans analyzed the first Super Mario Brothers poster, the mystery was born, figuring out why Mario's butt has gotten so much smaller for his upcoming movie role.
Oh my god.
Which is
Do you know what we're talking about here, guys? It's an animated character.
But it's real. But this is the thing. This is a conscious choice. They literally drew the character without a butt.
Yeah. Because it's not about his butt. Because if they drew the butt, right? Like, how do you draw the butt just right? If they drew the butt, we'd still be talking about the butt.
Here.
I'm telling you. No, the game comparison that's not a good butt either. That's too big of a butt.
Well, there's another game here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Then we'll get to this because this has to be talked about like this.
Oh my god!
Ready? Look, here's Mario from Mario 64. Right? There's his butt. See, he's got a butt.
Okay.
And then here he's no butt, nothing.
Yeah, it's because he sits on his ass all day and he lost his butt. You know, he's got to work into it. I guarantee you, Mario Brothers 2, he'll have his butt.
Bob Hoskins had to
work it out,
and he played Mario.
Oh God, that movie!
Yeah, we watched that too, everyone. We watched
all right,
Mario
so let's rewind here and go and like start from the beginning. Okay,
sure. Do it.
First impressions when you saw the preview. Were you excited about this movie?
No. Because I think it was because I was just so annoyed by the Rescue Rangers, the Chippendale Rescue Rangers thing, and I didn't even watch that. And I saw it, and I was like, these are just cash grabs, and I get it. At the same time, it's like, okay, we have been saying since the beginning of this podcast to stop reboots. Like
this
the
isn't a
reboot
reboot, though.
Yeah. It could be argued
Okay.
because we still have an origin story, which we already had in the 1993 version. So we're doing another one.
Yeah, but you're comparing. When we say stop reboots, we stop destroying the classics. That wasn't a classic. You needed to revamp it. It's a revamp.
Okay, all right, but
it's a revamp, dude. Because that movie was terrible. If you told me they did a Super Mario Brothers movie in the 80s,
right.
and it was an 80s classic cheesy 80s movie, then I'd be like, don't touch it.
Right.
MC Hammer. But freaking it was made in the 90s, and I'm going to say this, 90s trash movies. There was 90s trash. There was 80s cheese, 90s trash. And this was part of the 90s trash. In fact, that movie in 1993 could be part of the 90s dumpster fire of a movie. Okay? Trash, Dan.
But
that
they
movie
went
was
for it.
Trash.
They took a risk and they went for it. This is like this. They just look. I'm not saying that this was a bad movie. I'm just saying it existed, and it was like they took a bunch of cutscenes and then they said, because I felt like I was watching a video game.
And that's what it was supposed to be.
Was it?
Yes,
like,
dude.
I don't want to watch video games.
Okay, so hold on. This movie is an adaptation of a video game, okay,
Right.
which we've seen before. Like, I like Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat.
Haven't seen it.
It's great. I think it was done really well. That's a realistic movie. That's like you put live action people in it.
Right.
But that was a video game that was a fighting video game, and people were meant to look real, and they were fighting.
Real,
yeah. So
all those people died in that game.
Okay, so that I was okay with having real characters.
Sure.
Super Mario Brothers does not need to be a realistic. Like, you don't need a person to play Mario. Okay, it is a cartoon character, a video game character, and it is now animated. I think they did a great job. I think Super Mario Brothers only needed to be animated. Like that show that they did with Lou, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the wrestler. Yeah.
Oh my God. That show was ridiculous.
First episode, Nicole Eggers on the first episode.
It's insane. That show was crazy. It wouldn't even work now. That definitely doesn't pass the test. Then, they try to do this with John Leguizamo. They didn't need to do it. Like, they were trying to do they were trying to get a Batman movie from Super Mario Brothers, and they didn't do it well at all. In the 93. Here, I was like, okay, when I first saw the preview, I was like, I can't get over the voice. I forgot about the voice 10 minutes in, because they flooded me with Easter eggs. There was 130 scores in this movie. Everything had an Easter egg to anybody who played these games from day one. You're talking about Jumpman, what Mario was supposed to be called in the Donkey Kong game. Jumpman. They referenced that. Mario, the guy who played Mario, like his voice in all the video games, he's Mario's father, and he's also the guy in the commercial who's playing the Donkey Kong game, Jumpman. Mm-hmm. That's him, dude. They went crazy with all the Easter eggs. Sure. Did you notice the Easter egg when they passed the antique shop and they go, "Does this work?" And he's like, you got to blow on it. Yeah. I was like, yes,
I
heard that. Bro.
No, but those things, I'm not saying that was bad. I'm not saying those things were fun. That was a fun thing to hear. I was like, ha. But
to me, this movie was Ready Player One, but animated. For kids.
I'm going to say something.
Okay, say it.
You
didn't like this movie?
I don't think they should be making movies about Mario. I think it's a bad character to make a movie out of.
Whoa.
Because
he sucks at his job because he's constantly losing the princess?
No, but who gives a shit? Like I want a Mega Man movie.
Ooh, okay.
I want a Mega, and I want the Lost Metroid movie because they were gonna make a Metroid movie,
but like a
After the
realistic
failing-
one.
Yeah, after the failing of the 1993 Super Mario Brothers, they scrapped it. These are adventure movies. These are like action games.
Yeah.
Mario, it's an action game. It's fun. He's a
Ba-dum, ba-dum,
beloved
ba-dum.
character.
Ba-dum.
Yeah, but like, I didn't
Listen.
like. I was just like, yeah, Mario and Donkey Kong Country, and it's all there, and I got it. I love it. It's good. But
Oh, dude, they even switched it to the 2D look, and like the first scene where they're trying to get to the place, it was the first level of Super Mario Brothers, and then then they even had the like Smash Brothers type of Easter egg,
sort of. I was
Super
waiting
Smash
for more of that.
Brothers. Yeah, me too. I would have liked to seen more of that. They could have done a whole like 20 minutes of that. Like that was.
Yeah,
that,
and I feel like they did do like an homage to the '93 movie in the beginning. That was like all 1993 Super Mario Brothers.
Yes,
like but
they were trying to rush to get to the place and then go into the tunnel, and the tunnel sucks them out. Yeah, I thought that was
all that was fine. But like I just don't think Mario is set up in a way to have.
So he's not Sonic? Have you seen the Sonic movies?
No, but I would like to see the Sonic movie actually.
They're not bad, but like that brings
that's a mix.
That's a mix. That's a mix.
Right.
But like again, this is towards the kids, right? I thought as an animated movie about a video game world, because it's no longer just the video game, not one of them. No. It's like they brought everything. They were talking like. Dude, the Super Mario Brothers, the Super Mario Kart references.
That was pretty cool. It was, but here's the
Rainbow
thing.
Bridge. Come on.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Look, and I said this in a tweet to you. They have this movie, and they put a Adam Sandler level soundtrack on the film.
Okay.
Like all that music was just had to be like super fucking expensive, and two, like that was a big part of it. If they didn't have that music. It just, I don't think, who cares? Like the music, like the movie was made for $100 million.
Wow.
$100 million.
But I think it's going to do well, man.
I mean, it made 1.249 billion so far.
Yeah.
But
dude, I mean, the movie's blowing up. Everyone that I've talked to about it, they're like, it was a great movie. It was a great movie. My nephew loved it, of course. Like for kids, it was great. I think for us or people who really like, enjoy nostalgic things and Easter eggs, they flooded you with it. Now, there's one part that I think is stupid that I don't recall. Well, I guess it is in the movie, in the games, where they go back to Brooklyn and there's a mayor of Brooklyn. Why does Mario need to go back to the real world?
Yeah, but does he? He actually, at the end of the movie, they're there in the Toad world. There aren't
Exactly. So I didn't know why he needed to, like, Super Mario Brothers to me was always fighting in the Toad world or that world, that universe. So like, I never got the, like, why does he have to be from Brooklyn? Like, why do we need to go back there? You know?
That I don't know why he's from Brooklyn. I guess that's written into the game.
I guess so. Because there is like a Mario Galaxy. Apparently that gets referenced a lot. Like the mayor that's on the TV that's talking about something that's also in a
game?
In a game that like when I just stopped playing Mario, so like I wouldn't know, but I guess if you really know, you'd be like, "Oh, they're referencing that where they were going around what is like Brooklyn and Manhattan.
That's crazy.
But like in this game, and the humans all looked weird and different. And he didn't look like a human. He looked more like he was from Toadland. So there was always like, because he showed up with Luigi with like a stalk, brought him to his parents. Mm-hmm. So like there was a story that he might have actually been from that land and then came to the real land. So like here, there's not, that story doesn't happen. But they even brought baby Luigi, baby Mario.
Yeah, from the,
and now you could definitely get Wario and
Yeah.
You know,
I want to see a Legend of Zelda movie then. Like, what's going
now
down?
should Legend of Zelda be animated or realistic?
Realistic. Let's make it like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was
like
thinking
Star Wars or something.
I was thinking
like that.
you should get like Lord of the Rings. The people who did the elf costumes there, like, do
Let's
up.
make it PG-13 at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, but like I think this is a way to do Mario. You can't do Mario the way they tried to do in 1993. 1993 was possibly the worst thing you could have done to Mario. It was terrible, dude. They had some like, good actors too.
Oh, I mean, okay, but first of all, what's funny about the 1993 version, and I was reading about the original. I was reading about the early draft, right? So according to IMDb, the early draft of the script shows that Bowser only disguises himself as a human in his first 2 scenes, right? And then the actual game, hold on, the actual game enemies would come in, like the piranha plants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Toad apparently accompanies the Mario brothers throughout their journey as a main character.
Which they did in this one. He was their travel guide.
Exactly. So
Yes.
I think like there's
They wanted to do like a Wizard of Oz theme where they were actually going through the Mushroom Land, but then they turned it into this like, you know, the directors that got chosen, the wife and husband, they turned it into this like dystopic future, like different world, Dino Hatton, Dino Hatton that looked like Demolition Man.
Judge
slept
Dredd.
with Total Recall, slept with Judge Dredd. Like, it's like they just took the set and was like, this is what we're gonna.
It was so confusing, that film, 1993. Like, I remember seeing that as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like,
Yo,
what is that?
That world was not for kids. Like, people were just doing whatever they want. At one point, when they're talking they're getting checked into the police station, like the girl has her heel going into his eye. There's a cop being beat up. I'm like, what is happening?
Bob Hoskins got stabbed 4 times on that set.
4 times. He also broke his hand because John Leguizamo and him were drinking because they had the stress of this movie.
Yeah.
During breaks of in between scenes, they put him in the car while he's driving the car. Hoskins has his hand on the door. The door slides closed and breaks his hand.
But why are there cars in the Mario world? Why is there jail? Why are there cops? Why do they hate plumbers? Like, Dennis Hopper is in that movie and he's insane.
Oh, he plays the craziest 90s villain.
Samantha
ever.
Mathis is just like sleepwalking through that whole film. She's like,
my God.
what's happening? And like her dad is like a pile of garbage, like the Pizza the Hut. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like, Pizza the Hut. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And did you you know how they went into the desert land when Spike and whatever get smart?
Poor Fisher Stevens.
Yeah, and did you notice the Rainbow Bridge reference?
No.
The tool belts, the tool belt, the actual belt of the tools
Rainbowed.
was rainbow.
Wow.
Yeah, so there were some Easter eggs in that, but that movie had nothing to do with the game.
Nothing.
Other than it was called Super Mario Bros. The fact that he was Mario, he's like, "What's your name?" Mario.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That was funny.
John Leguizamo kept going, I'm just an apprentice. First of all, I forgot in the beginning of that movie, in the 1993 one, that Samantha Mathis came out of an egg.
Yeah.
Like a dinosaur.
She comes
What
out of
the
an egg, but like,
and
can we
no
talk
one
about
cares.
the
Everyone's
creepy,
like, meh.
the creepy Italian mobster look
What was
when he's
that,
like,
dude?
he's like, you better be done by the end of the day, and he like stops and they scan on his face
So weird.
for the extra like 4 seconds. Like,
So
why?
weird.
It was so weird.
So weird.
So
How about
weird.
that crazy scene when like the Twin Towers in
That was creepy.
I was like,
Whoa.
whoa, Jesus.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, that movie's it's trash, dude. Like Hackers. It reminded me of Hackers. It was like, again,
Dude,
they were trying
is
to
a good movie.
They were trying, yeah, okay. They were trying to Tim Burton this movie.
Yeah, I don't know what
They just didn't do it right.
I don't
It
know
was
what
terrible.
they were trying to do. Like,
And
Dennis
like, why
Hopper,
would you want to do that to Mario Brothers?
I don't know, because they don't know what to do, because Mario's not a good idea for a movie.
I said, Mario's a good
cartoon,
good animated cartoon. Like,
well,
he's good in the way it was just portrayed. He, like a Toy Story. It's a character that's kids loved by kids, but like, he's not like an action star.
No,
they're trying to make him an action star.
Yeah, and they used their tools so much in the 93 version. In the 2023, in this year's version, they didn't do any sort of use of their tools ever. In fact, first of all, here's my biggest problem with what
I just forgot about the training sequence in this movie in the 2023 one.
Dude, and that's the thing. Okay, I love a good training montage.
Yeah.
But to me, there's no stakes in it if you're animated. I don't give a shit. Like, it's like just animate. And I'm like, all right, good. Thank you for the music video. This isn't Rocky 4. I don't care. Like, and anyway, then like.
Okay. Can we talk about that scene though? That scene, like she goes, we have to go. We have no time. And she waits all day to get him to pass the damn thing. Like, she's that nice. First of all,
she sucks.
Hold on.
Her hair is a totally different color.
Hold on. They get into this world. Like, if he is human, okay, if he's supposed to be human, now I'm going to dissect this.
Mario, he's human.
Right? When he's supposed to be, right? And he gets thrown into this world. He doesn't panic when a mushroom is talking to him. No. He's just like, all right, I got to find Luigi. And he's just like, he just goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel bad for Luigi.
Dude, I am so angry that Luigi got no time in this movie at all. It's like bullshit.
They should have Luigi should have been running as fast as he did in Super Mario Brothers 2.
Why didn't he jump once like that?
Right? You
once
saw Luigi.
Now they're animated. You could go for it. I didn't see a turnip being thrown.
I know. They had turnips though. There's a turnip house, like to be sold at the Mushroom Land. But like, I was so
pissed.
I was mad. They did Luigi wrong in this, but
I had to watch some freaking weird character like constantly talk about dying. That was not for kids. That thing flying around. What was that?
I think it's from one of the Galaxy games as well. That's like games that I don't know. I was waiting for Kirby to show up too.
What the hell?
I know. What the hell? But here's the thing. So she's in a rush. First of all, she sees this guy, never seen him before. Is like, okay, if you pass this, you get to come with me. Yeah. He fails the whole time. Like, she was ready to keep him.
Yeah,
she wanted to bring him, but she I was like, what? How much of a rush are you in? Like,
none.
You know, I was like, I thought he was gonna skip the whole thing and just like go to the flag because the flag is right there. But
this is what pisses me off. This is what's really weird too. The storyline with Princess Peach is that she shows up in the world as a kid.
Yes.
To this world that has no leader. And then she grows up and they're like, I guess you're the leader now.
Yeah,
why isn't there a Toad leader? And
but why immortal? Make her a leader?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, do they die?
They all look immortal.
Do they power up?
No.
No, but only the people who eat the mushrooms power up.
Yeah.
And of course, like, you notice that, like, in the beginning of the movie, he's like, I don't like mushrooms. I'm like, oh, that's a play on the fact that he's going to have mushrooms all the time.
What Italian doesn't like mushrooms? This is bullshit.
I hate it. I hate mushrooms, but I'm not Italian, so. But, okay, so I believe this movie is a vegan propaganda. And like they just want you to eat vegetables.
You are
flowers,
such an asshole.
Flowers and vegetables.
You are such an asshole.
And mushrooms.
This is a hateful movie about how Luigi sucks. And all they did was basically put Luigi in a cage.
They needed to put that's true.
But what's the point?
They needed to put Luigi in Luigi's mansion, the haunted mansion. That was like
that's what that was?
That's what that was.
Great. We got to watch like a little bit of it.
Okay, so
I thought that was Beauty and the Beast. When he walked into that castle, I was waiting for the Beast to come through from Beauty and the Beast because the shot was the same, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It was. I mean, I thought that was a cool. I thought it was cool. I just thought, why is it that Mario is like automatically like great, and then Luigi can't figure out how to like beat these guys for a little while? Like, they could have given Luigi a little bit more of like strength, and then he got caught. But it was like he ran away because he doesn't have Mario, so he needs Mario, even though they're stronger together. But yet Mario's fine by himself. Like, Mario was cool by himself. Like, after a little bit of training and a couple of mushrooms, Mario's totally fine. He even turns into a furry every once in a while. But like, what the hell? But I thought that was weird. But it also is the reason. So Princess Peach's reasoning to find the king is to get Donkey Kong is to get not let the king get the star. And then Mario's reasoning is just for his brother. He doesn't even care about Peach. He's just like, I need to get to my brother. And then the king, this whole movie is based on the fact that the king is in love with Princess.
I hated that.
Did you like the song? Everyone loves the song.
Why?
It's catchy. It's catchy as fuck.
Catchy. What?
Peaches. It's funny. I liked it, but I didn't like the fact that this is all the movie was really about. But like, again, it's a kids movie.
When I played the game, did you ever think that was the plot?
No, I thought that he just captured the princess, and Mario is in love with the princess, or is there to just save the princess. Like, I never even thought about the fact that he was a plumber. I never even cared about that. I was just like, all right, his job is to get the princess, because like the Toads hired him to get the princess.
Yeah, I didn't think Bowser was in love with Pete. I hated that part. It was so dumb.
But that was the only reasoning for him not to use the star. Like, he could have easily touched the star and conquered everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they just held off on that a little bit, then they could have just, I don't know, whatever. It was just annoying because I was like, this is what this movie is. Like, it's based on this guy because he's in love with Peach, and
Peach has no idea that this is why. Like, she's just kind of like going.
No, and then they go to get this, like, the Donkey Kong army, and then
Donkey Kong land was awesome.
Yeah, but then it looked like they almost all died immediately, and then she comes back and she's like, I lost them. It's just like, yeah, they all died.
Yeah,
like, every single one of them is dead now.
Like, you brought them to die. Like, they didn't have to go. They didn't have to go there. First of all,
no.
If you think about it, the movie could have just ended by her going to the king, because like he didn't want to conquer them unless she said no.
Right.
So like the mushroom guys were creating paranoia and going like, if he comes here, he's going to destroy all the world. You have to go get an army. Like, they didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
Because like she basically, she brought them to their death, because she's like, hey, I got this guy that I made trip out. He's learning to fight. I'm going to have him fight. She's a better fighter. Why didn't she fight Donkey?
She doesn't need anyone. She's a ninja.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't need that. But the scene of like in the Donkey Kong when he's fighting and then he uses raccoon. No, he uses cat. The cat one was hilarious. He's like, what am I going to do as a cat? And so I, of course, nostalgic, everything with the Donkey Kong. Remember Donkey Kong the game, the 64 game,
Country, greatest game ever. Well, it was so on it wasn't on Super Nintendo first.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
It was the greatest game I've ever seen.
Oh,
it was hard. Good. That game was hard.
That was like remember Aladdin, that like the lava run.
Love that
game. That remind me. Remember with the Donkey Kong barrels?
Yeah,
and you had to like time it right. If you did it right, you could just go pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
I love that game.
It was so good, dude. The Rainbow Bridge run, awesome.
Pretty good.
It was good, pretty good.
Look, I'm just gonna shout out Keegan-Michael Key, who was the voice of Toad. He was awesome. Toad was hilarious. I'm gonna shout out Charlie Day because he got like 20 lines, and every time he was awesome. Look, if I'm gonna be real about this, I don't. Why was Chris Pratt Mario? No idea. Like I don't understand why.
I didn't
he
even
gets
care
Mario.
about that though. Like I forgot about the people who were doing the voices. I like Seth as Donkey Kong. I thought it was funny.
Sure, that
like,
works.
Yeah, that was fine.
Fred Armisen, he was funny.
Yeah, I thought they were all good.
Man, Princess Peach was like all right. Like the voice, it just sounded like a video game cutscene with her talking because she's not a voice actor. Like she's the actress from Queen's Gambit that did that one.
Yes. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I thought overall though I had a good time with it. I thought, I mean, it was definitely Easter egg after Easter egg after Easter egg. We're gonna just make you feel great.
Yeah,
watching this.
Yeah, very colorful.
And like, but then they go into Brooklyn, right?
And everyone dies.
And all of a sudden,
the civilian casualty.
But all of a sudden, they go into Brooklyn and they're like, "Oh, touch the star," and like Luigi is all of a sudden activated to actually do something.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's the only time you see Luigi doing anything
because he's in a cage the entire movie.
Yeah,
he's in a cage and a dog tries to bite him. That's what I mean. Like they made like
it's called Super Mario Brothers.
Which makes no sense now when I think about the actual title of this game, Super Mario Brothers, which means their last name has to be Mario.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, or Mario's just like, who cares about Luigi? Fuck him. I mean, the family dinner scene was funny because like, why are you wearing gloves?
Yeah.
I mean, that was funny because I want to know that too, but like in the 1993 version, they don't get into a uniform until like way in the end of the film.
Yeah, because they had to like blend in or whatever. Yeah. They're in uniform right away. I thought the commercial was hilarious.
Oh, that was kind of funny because they did like an over.
But so his name is Mario.
I guess it's Mario.
I guess that's the joke because like it's the Super Mario Brothers. So they're the Mario Brothers.
So it's the Mario family.
It's the Marios.
And I know everyone's probably listening to us say Mario, and they're like, "It's Mario," and like
Mario.
It's like, look, it's Mario.
It's the Mario family. But like, I don't know.
Sebastian Maniscalco's in it. He was in this.
What was he?
He was Spike.
He was Spike?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was Rob Riggle at first. I was like, that's gotta be Rob Riggle.
That's funny.
But it was Sebastian Maniscalco.
I mean, they went hard on this movie, and it's paying off. It's paying off.
Yeah,
they're
it is.
They're going to sell a shit ton of merchandise.
There's going to be so many more of these movies.
Bro, Yoshi's coming.
I know, Yoshi's coming.
Yoshi's on its way. I'm just wondering who's going to be the next evil person. Wario is going to have to get them out.
It's going to have to be Wario.
And who was Luigi's
I don't know.
Villain? See? No one cares about Luigi.
Poor Luigi. No, justice for Luigi. I mean, he got the worst jump in Mario Brothers 2, the game. Like, he was the worst character. You couldn't control him.
You know that game was not supposed to be a Mario game that had different skins on it, if you will, and they needed to come out. Mario 1 did so
Don't
well.
say skins again.
Skins. They needed to come out with Mario 1 did so well. They needed to come out a game quick, and this game was made, and it was like ninjas or something, and they were like, all right, let's just put these 4 characters
that
in
game
there.
Was so insane.
It was crazy.
That game was hard.
I liked 2. I thought 2 was great.
It was just
that was when you
so
used
big.
Peaches, and you used Peaches and like she floated.
She floated, and then you had like the
Toad, Toad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but Luigi was fun because he would move fast.
But like when you had ice, when you had to go over like the ice,
it was terrible.
He died all the time.
Oh,
have you seen these videos on Instagram of people playing these levels on these Mario games that I've never seen before?
Yes, the one with the last level where it's all fire.
Yeah,
and like you just have to keep going.
Yeah,
no,
I've never seen that level.
That's because we've never played it that long. Even with Game Genie, I didn't see that level.
No, that level didn't exist. I feel like they like programmed it somehow.
No, apparently it's the game.
Was there swimming in Mario 1?
Yes. No, that was like 3.
That was 3. Okay.
Maybe. No, there was. I remember the what? I remember the sound he made.
I gotta have to check that out. I don't know. What was your favorite Mario game?
Mario Kart, the original 64 one.
The 64 one, not on Super Nintendo, because there's a Super
not
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Super Mario 64. Mario Kart was my favorite Mario game.
That game is so good.
It's so good. The controller was awesome then. It was so good. I was like, that controller was made for that game.
That's a hard game. I was playing it again, and I was just like, I couldn't get past that level where with the other cars on the highway.
Yeah.
I
love that game. What's your favorite?
I mean, I'm not going to say I love the Mario Kart 64 game, but I also love... I loved Mario 3. I thought Mario 3 was so fun. Because I never played Mario 64 because when I bought Nintendo 64, it came with Star Fox and Bond.
Yeah.
I didn't get Mario for some reason.
No, I kind of lost Mario at 64 besides the kart. And I only played kart because I was at Dave's house all the time. But like, I do remember 3 was good, but you know what was really good and fun? Was Super Mario Land on Game Boy.
Oh, yeah.
That was really a good time. And you know, I just saw that movie Tetris.
Oh,
Whoa.
you did?
Whoa.
Yeah, I gotta watch
really
that.
cool.
I don't know.
Really cool.
Wasn't there a Mario game where like they were babies first, right? Like it was was that the Mario All-Stars game, or like there was something in between, like 3
I don't remember.
and 64? There was something in between there, I think.
I'm not really sure, but I did lose. I kind of lost it. Like Super Nintendo, I wasn't into the Mario world. Like I wasn't. Like I hated the fact that like you had to go all over and like
that was a crazy game.
Yeah,
that was the game I'm talking about. Yeah,
it was like
game.
Zelda, but like you were Mario.
It was ridiculous.
So,
like there's so many levels.
It was crazy.
You had the little red dots and the yellow dots and everything, and it's like you had no idea. Things like happened all over the place if you beat the game a certain way, and it did like certain things.
Yeah, it was done well, but it just wasn't. I kind of lost interest in it.
Now,
so like goes back to what you're saying. Like Mario is an okay character, and it great for like the age bracket than what I was in the 80s. But like, I think you're right about if a movie needs to be a realistic movie, it needs to be like Mega Man or Metroid would be sick, dude. You could do a sci-fi movie, Metroid.
They did a Halo series, right? Or
something like that.
So why are they not doing a Metroid one?
I don't know. They probably do a really good Metroid.
I think they should do.
It's
Star
a woman,
Fox.
right? It's like a captain.
Yeah,
Star Fox would be good too.
I love that game. Star Fox was so cool.
Yeah,
but it's like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. So they already did
it. So anything redeemable in the 1993 version of Super Mario?
No. What's redeemable about that movie? Like,
I think Bob Hoskins is the most redeemable thing. Him and Dennis Hopper, they were great. Anytime they were on, I thought they were fun.
I would say that the movie doesn't pass the test, but it does. Like, I did watch it a few times, so like I did like back in the day like shit movies. So like it was a C- movie played by B to A actors. So like they did what they could. The directors never made a movie again after that. They
makes a lot of sense.
Stuck to like commercials and music videos. Like they got kicked off of the set.
Dude, that movie was $42 to $48 million to make. That's a lot of money that I don't see on that screen.
Dude, the graphics in that movie was like laughable. Like it was as if the graphic designers were like, "Oh, let's keep it so bad that we'll laugh at it because it's so bad."
I love reading this part. In addition to breaking his finger, Bob Hoskins recalled that he was stabbed 4 times, electrocuted, and nearly drowned.
Yes.
And he's like, that's just what happened to me.
Dude, the movie is terrible, and they were treated terribly.
Dude, one version of the script contained a cameo for Bruce Willis where he tunneled through the air ducts of King Koopa's castle in a spoof of his role in Die Hard. Wow. Dude, there were so many things that like they were trying to just stuff into that movie because they wanted to do a more serious one.
They did.
And they other people wanted to do something that was less serious. So apparently, according to John Leguizamo, the filmmakers hired actual strippers for the nightclub scene. That's weird.
Yeah, bro. It was supposed to be like very dark and like the strippers were like half naked.
Dude.
And like it was bad.
Dude, this is funny.
The nightclub scene was ridiculous. He does a motorboat to get the damn crystals.
Dude, according to John Leguizamo in his autobiography, Rocky Morton, I guess who was one of the directors, once poured hot coffee on an extra's head because he didn't like the extra's costume.
Dude, those videos because it was the 90s.
Why would you do that to someone? Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's not funny, but that's funny.
No.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous.
It's terrible, dude.
Wow, dude. And we have a little more time though. Did you watch anything of the Mario Brothers show, which the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which was out in let's see, just a little 1989, 65 episodes, September 4th to December 1st, and in syndication. The series is based on the video game, and it has 65 episodes. It would do Super Mario Brothers animation as well as a Zelda cartoon, which they also had on that as well.
So I did not watch it, but I do remember it, and they had a rap, which was referenced in the commercial in the 2023 Mario Brothers movie just now.
And the Mario Brothers rap was by Lou Albano and Danny Wells, who actually were Mario and Luigi in the live action aspect and the voice of that show. Which the fact that it looked like a low budget Beakman's World.
Yes,
that's what it looked like. Scary as hell.
It was terrible.
So horrifying. The poor Nicole Eggert had to be on the first episode.
Oh my god! Why would that shows like? Oh, that was terrible too.
And they did more plumbing on that first episode than they did in all of the animated movie.
Of course, they were not plumbers. They were jumpmen trying to get the damn. See, this is based. Mario was based on Donkey Kong.
Yeah, basically. And then they took the smallest character and made a whole game around him.
Yeah, he was just the guy with the hammer jumping around, and Donkey was throwing the thing, and he had to get the princess.
Yeah,
that was all this was.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden they're friends in this movie.
And now Bowser is in love with Peach. I hate it.
Everyone loves Peach.
She sucks.
That's the thing too. In the '93 version, Luigi is with Peach
because they find out that they're both orphans, and that's why they fall in love. In that dinner scene, which is the weirdest scene of all time, she says this weird thing. Remember, like Danielle,
the build up
goes, "Oh, I own a tanning salon. You should come to my, come." And she says she can't because she can't take the necklace off.
Yeah,
and then she says in passing, "I was abandoned." Just like whatever, we're having dinner for the first time. I was abandoned.
Yeah,
and John Leguizamo's like, "Me too."
The build up in that was so stupid.
Oh my god, dude!
And why did they have to merge the worlds in that '93 one?
Well, kind of like at the first one they did. In the new one they kind of did a little merging.
Yes, that's true. They did, but like they didn't need to merge the worlds in the '93 version because all he had to do was go through that little sand thing, and then he would have been able to be in the world.
No, he couldn't get through the sand thing because he didn't have the meteorite. Right?
Oh, yeah, because she opened it.
Yeah, but wait a second. Maybe we're
Then how
wrong.
did the
the other women get in
How did
there?
Spike get in?
Yeah, how did those other women get in there?
That's what I'm telling you. They already had it open, so the whole movie plot is ruined. You could just walk in. He could have just walked into the Earth and taken it over. But he's like, no, we want to have the worlds merge.
He should have like walked through there and found Stallone in the movie Daylight, and then they would have like had a little.
You bringing up Daylight.
All right,
Daylight.
So here we are, Manny. We're here at the test.
So it's the test of like the
2000
Mario Galaxy, I guess, the Mario universe.
Let's look at the most recent movie that came out here, starring Chris Pratt, Charlie Day.
It's me, Mario.
Poor Charlie Day. Keegan-Michael Key, and everyone else. Jack Black. And
I'm saying it passes the test.
Wow.
It's a fun movie. There's some, it's not the best movie in the world. It's not Maverick, but it's a great adaptation of a video game that I loved, or video game characters that I loved. And I say that it will still be good in the future. I think it's done really well. I think this is how Mario should be. It should only be animated. Do not try to make a realistic live action Mario. Give me a live action Mega Man and a live action Metroid, but no Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just to like everyone, like also like Anya Taylor-Joy, who's Princess Peach, and a bunch of other people that were in this. Fred Armisen, Seth Rogen, a lot of people in this movie. This was,
Dan's trying to cover all his tracks about the facts.
Here we go, people. So in the future, will this still be good? This is what I'm going to say. I think that in the future, I don't think anyone's going to care about this movie. I don't think it's going to be bad, but I don't think anyone's going to be like, hey, let's throw on Mario Brothers. I just don't think that.
I mean, let me take my thing back. It's very hard as you get older to put on animated movies. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. You're right. Okay, I take that back. Go.
I just don't think it has the staying power of like a Toy Story or, even like The Little Mermaid or all these other, Aladdin, as problematic as it is. Like, it doesn't have it. It's just, it looks, because the game graphics are so good now, it looks so much like a game that I'm just like, I'm just going to play a game. You know what I mean?
I think I will have to agree the fact that the storyline definitely doesn't hold, because it's not a great plot.
No, because Bowser was never in love with Peach. He just wanted to
he is.
Kidnap her.
He gets married to Peach, or tries to marry her in one of the games.
In what game?
It's in later games that you didn't play in a different.
They're changing all this bullshit.
Dude, if you watch the review on it, it's like he's wearing the same outfit he wore when he was supposed to marry Peach in another game. So
okay.
So this plot line has happened before. Okay, I just don't like it.
I just think that it's gonna just be one of these nostalgic things, but I don't think it's also gonna like have the nostalgic like pull possibly of like a Disney film, where this will just be like, hey, remember they made that Mario movie?
Okay.
I think it's just nostalgic, but like on a lower, just like, hey, it's not bad. It's entertaining. I just don't think it's great. I don't just think it's that good.
Okay.
Now the 1993 version, Manny, what do you think?
Trash. Trash. On
it's
fire.
Not even nostalgic, just like total trash.
Oh, it's nostalgic. It reminds me of trash. It reminds me of 90s movies that were trash. So you know how they said 90s grunge?
Yeah.
This was 90s grunge style movies that were trash.
So if you had to pay for it, would you have watched it?
No. No. I didn't want. I'll be straight out. I watched this in fast forward.
22 parts.
22 parts. And I don't care how much I missed, because this movie is garbage.
There's a lot of dialogue in this film.
This movie is garbage, and you can't tell me like I like bad movies, Dan.
Yeah.
This is not one of those bad movies.
It was a swing and a miss. Like, I don't think I ever want to see this movie again.
This movie is like fun to talk about. It's like it's nostalgic to say how bad it was.
But it was just bad.
But that's it.
It was a really bad movie, and I can't see myself watching again. If I had to compare it to, definitely the 2023 version is the better movie. But I don't think I'm
like. Has this
watch
become like the new like barometer? Like, remember how we were like, take off your pants and jacket bad? Like, is this one of those bads?
I still don't think it's as bad as the Three Musketeers. If I had to pick between
like your feeling of bad
full
is that
Three Musketeers or watching Super Mario Brothers from 1993, I'm watching the Super Mario Brothers from 1993. I'm not going to. I
think I'll have to agree with you on that.
That's gross eating that.
Ugh. Now you're making me feel sick from like thinking of
because then you're gonna throw up or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's not.
Yeah.
At least with this, it's like it's trash, but sometimes it's fun.
So okay, next is the TV show.
But that thing needs to go away. That thing was borderline, like, offensive. It was not even borderline. It was like horrifying.
All right, I didn't get to see it, so I know that I wouldn't have liked it.
It was so bad. Here's the thing about it. The animated part was great because it's a cartoon.
Yes.
But the live part, maybe you're right. Live action Mario.
You can't do it.
Can't do it.
You can't do the live action Mario.
I think the only way to do it is if you actually just make it a rated R movie, and you somehow make it that crazy, and it's like Super Mario meets like The Dark Knight or something.
Yeah.
You have to go all the way.
But you have to go all the way, and you can't reference. I feel like you can't reference the games.
No, because they're using guns and flamethrowers and shit, and that.
Yeah, like you
shooting
can't
flamethrowers at them.
Yeah, nothing had to do with the game, so like you can't even reference a little bit of it. Like you could, maybe call them that, but like, it has to be like. There's no Easter eggs that are like, oh, this is what you use to play with this. It'd be like, because like, imagine Mad Max, like that's kind of how it was going to be
in a claustrophobic space.
Yeah,
it was like Mad Max.
Do you know where it was
Judge
shot?
Dredd.
It was shot in like a an empty factory,
an empty cement factory.
Yeah, so also the grates were there. They had to use it.
It was also the same place where Shredder's, where they filmed that area in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the Shredder and his orphans.
It had a feel of that,
his
like
child army.
So like the grunge feel of that was very much like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
but it worked with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like that worked because it's dark,
and it's
like that worked.
You know why that worked, and this is why that worked. It was in a real world. Yeah. Okay. If you keep it in a real world and you don't try to make this crazy fantasy world, I just don't think you could do it. Do you know what I mean? And like, it just, because the Ninja Turtles were the fantasy part in a real world, so it was like a fish out of water in that way. Instead, Mario 93 was fish out of water in the opposite way, where the Mario brothers were the fish out of water in this crazy, like, dystopic land. And they had to, like, fill it with, like, this, like, weird fungus that it just...
The fungus made no sense.
It was just stupid.
All because the mushroom?
And the mushroom, when he used it, the mushroom got bigger.
Yeah.
The only things that were recognizable from the game was the little bomb, which
took forever to freaking blow up,
and then that little bullet with the face on it.
None of it made sense.
And he just kept trying to order a pizza. Like, what was going on with that?
I don't know.
Yoshi was a real dinosaur.
Looked really good though.
That woman that played his Koopa's like girlfriend, she was going for it.
She was trying to get a role in the next
she was
acting
just like,
gig.
I'm gonna make a meal out of this freaking character.
Yeah,
you know. But
what was she supposed to be like
in the game?
What? Yeah,
nothing. She was nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like they just, I don't know what the hell were they making. They were just making something.
The Goombas didn't look like Goombas. Everything was out of hand.
Terrible.
It was crazy. But of course, what are you going to make?
Toad was a guy playing a guitar and a harmonica, and he just called himself Toad.
He's from a band called Jello Biafra or something. He's like Mojo Nixon.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who gives a shit?
I don't know. It was trash.
Shit. I mean, look, it was trash. I'll never watch it again. This movie was fun. Probably never going to watch it.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, you know what? Sure, you're right. It was fun. It was great. I won't watch it again, so maybe it doesn't pass the nostalgia. It's good now. It doesn't pass the nostalgia future.
10 years, I mean.
No, I won't watch it again. Maybe even if it's on, I'll probably just have it on in the background because my nephew's over or something like that. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I really want to see this again. Like, no.
But like, if you're going to make a Mega Man movie, let's go for it. Live action. Metroid. Let's get that back going.
I think Metroid over Mega Man.
Did they do a Double Dragon movie?
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's right. They did. Streets of Rage. They need to do a Streets of Rage movie.
Yes.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah, those movies, they also need to go back to Street Fighter, but like the way they did Mortal Kombat,
we need to
they should do Street Fighter. Because the Street Fighter movie back in the 90s, again, that was like during the trash era of like, let's make game movies trash.
Okay, I just want to say one more thing and then we're going to end this episode. You said something about the Mortal Kombat movie, but was the Mortal Kombat movie, did it have a great soundtrack like the first one, which is like
yes,
Mortal Kombat, doom, 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 doom. That was great.
It was good. You should watch it. Like that's a movie that I would watch again. It was done well. Like you knew you were doing. You knew you were watching a film based on a game, but it was done very well, in my opinion. They're coming out with a second one.
They just gotta stop making movies out of games.
Dude, they came out with a show out of a game, and I loved it. The Last of Us. I thought it was a great.
Oh, that was a game.
Yeah, that show was based on a game.
Jesus, these games are crazy.
But like nowadays, games. This is not a game that came out in the 80s. This is a recent game. So like games are like movies now. Like games are like TV shows. Like you could now you could now adapt games into movies because games are basically, they have better storytelling. There's so much more character development. There's like so much more. So like you're talking about back in the day, the games were just like you couldn't build, there wasn't that much character building behind it. So
I think what they need to do is they want to go back and make a game out of a movie out of a game. Let's get a Maniac Mansion movie and
Maniac Mansion,
greatest game, and Myst. Let's make a Myst movie,
dude.
Yeah,
that would be a show. Forget about.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You need to make that a show.
Maybe that was not Survivor. Lost.
Maybe no, but like you went back. Yeah, actually, yeah. They go back in time. Yeah. They go back in time. Dude, Myst was so good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
We gotta make a list of like movies that they should make.
Yeah. And then not pitch it and not say anything anymore about these things. This shit's gonna come out. We're gonna be like, God damn it.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. All right.
So this Mario, meh. I think
Mario, man. But I still love Mario as a character. As a character, I'll say if we're gonna I know we're about to end this episode, but I wanted to just say Mario, does he pass the nostalgia test? That guy as a character is Nintendo. Like is keeping Nintendo alive. I mean,
absolutely.
Dude. Like, come on. Mario? The Mario world? Mario Smash Brothers like blew up.
Smash Brothers was amazing.
Smash Brothers, what's great about Smash Brothers is like it's the Nintendo universe. It's not just Mario. So like that's what's also keeping it alive is that you're now combining all your games together and allowing all the characters to come together, just like what that action figures episode that we did where we're saying like G.I. Joe's got to interact with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Smash Brothers is you're like your whole world coming together in one game, and you're able to like pick your favorite characters. I thought that was great.
How come Mega Man wasn't in Smash Brothers?
Whoa.
Justice for Mega Man. What's going on here?
Maybe Nintendo doesn't own Mega Man.
Oh, maybe. But see, Castlevania.
Yes.
They need to make that game.
Dude, I'm down with Zelda.
Ninja Gaiden.
I think Zelda as a game.
The Zelda for 64 was sick.
Dude, yeah. You make Link, the
A
Legend
show.
of Link.
Just make that a series.
A series?
Yeah.
Shut up. People will be...
Yeah.
And you get the writers of like, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. You get writers like that on that show. That game, that's on.
But you know what's going to happen? They're going to get the writers of like Game of Thrones, and it's going to be like totally ridiculous. People getting killed. It's like this is going to be like some sort of pornographic music video.
Yeah, HBO is going to take over that.
Yeah, it's like, please don't do that. Leave Link alone.
You shouldn't have to. You just got to kind of keep it PG-13. That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
No, they shouldn't be anything crazy like that in Link. Zelda. It's just like, whoa, that never happened in the game.
It's like Willow.
Well, Zelda was the princess, and then Link was the actual like guy.
Yeah, and they ended up fighting together.
Yeah.
What a good Nintendo's a great company.
That's a great company.
Have you played Switch?
No, I want one.
It's a good time. Like Lee got one, and I was like, damn. Like I kind of want one.
Yeah,
it's
I want
like
one.
you get to download all the old games. Like I don't even care about the new games. Like we were playing Mario Kart on it at the house the other day. Like four player Mario Kart, and I was just like, oh man, this is crazy. It was a good time.
I want one.
The games are just so much. They're just fun. They're just fun.
Nintendo was fun.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right. Well, that's it for Mario. No idea what happened, but everyone, please leave your comments
And
below.
that's a nostalgia test tangent. It's been a while, Dan. It's been a while.
Leave your comments below on whether you like the new Mario, the 1993 Mario, who your favorite characters are, and if you think in 10 years, 2000 current Mario will be
later, guys. We forgot to
good
say
or
spoiler
nostalgic
alert.
if you're watching.
So, I'm saying it now.
And everyone, please
Spoiler alert.
hit the like if you're still with us. Subscribe, share this episode with someone that you think loves Nintendo and just loves nostalgia. And we'll see you on the next test. Follow all our socials at the end. Just, I don't know, help us out.
Woohoo! Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter @NostalgiaTest and on Instagram @TheNostalgiaTest. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.